Sure. Well, I guess we'll just.
Because I've never been interviewed, so this is the first.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
well,
so.
Thank you for taking the time. So I'm here at Lace Pickups headquarters, and I'm speaking to Jared Reynolds of Lace Pickups.
Hey, how's it going?
And what do you do here? You're artist
I'm the
relations.
Artist relations.
Cool.
Amongst many other things, but that's the fun part of my job that I like to talk about.
So what are some of the things that you do through artist relations?
Well, most of it is just soliciting bands, to play our pickups, which has been a very slow, steady process for us. So we really didn't push into the metal world until maybe like 6 years ago, and at that point we literally had nobody on our roster. The roster that you see right now is pretty much all me, with the exception of like a handful of people that somebody else that worked here signed. But going to shows every weekend, or actually even during the week, 4 times a week, just talking to anybody that'll listen about Lace. Got lucky. I signed a band, which is one of my favorite bands from San Diego, called 16. I signed them, and Bobby from 16 knew Henry from St. Vitus. So he hit up Henry, and Henry talked to the guys in Vitus, and then got a phone call one night that Wino was interested in talking to me. So that was a Tuesday. I met him Wednesday at a show at the Viper Room, and then that Friday he was in here signing a contract. And once I got Wino on board, everything just started to snowball. Kind of gave us our street cred, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah, it's just been building and talking to more and more. Through Wino, I was able to get Scott Kelly from Neurosis. So, at first it seemed like our focus was on doom and stoner rock. It just happened that all those guys knew each other, so they talked. But so we kind of owned that market for a while, and then we're slowly branching out into like the metalcore stuff and death metal and stuff like that. Metal guys are always looking for the bigger, better tone kind of thing. And even though we've been around for 35 years, we're more known for our single coil bluesy Strat pickups. So taking what worked with that and putting it into the humbuckers for the metal world, it's just same qualities. You get lots of articulation, clarity, and no hum, and a very organic tone. Obviously, no batteries. Everything we do is passive, and the output is still there as if it wasn't active, which is the biggest surprise to a lot of guys, that they're like, wow, these things are so powerful, and they don't have a battery.
Right.
So that's been the biggest thing, for us, is to be able to switch a lot of people over and say, hey, look, man, you don't need to have that, so. The cool thing is, since I've been able to sign the Bill Kelleher's and the Brent Hines of the world, I'm able to still focus a lot too on the underground, which is where my passion is, to give back to that community, which is very tight knit. It's kind of where I grew up, the DIY ethic and everything. So a lot of those guys really like that. I mean, it's a big scene. It's been pretty much untapped, and so I like to be able to sign those and give these guys that are out on the road, struggling every day, hungry. They're really thankful when you give them a set of pickups. That's for sure.
This is Brandon.
Hi, Brendan.
Brendan does marketing here, and laser etching, and packaging, and kind of jack of all trades. So he's a great asset.
Many hats, as they say.
Many hats. As we all wear lots of hats here. This uses copper wire that's finer than the hair on your head. Unless you shave your head, then you can't compare anything.
How did you get involved with Lace Pickups? How long have you worked here?
It was 6 years in November of last year, and funny enough, I answered an ad for inside sales off Craigslist. I knew I wanted to work in the music industry. I didn't care in what capacity. It was just a foot in the door, and so I started on as inside sales, and then I saw that we had no artist relations department really, because Lace is a small family-run business. It's not like a huge corporation or anything like that. So there was nobody really doing it. So I pretty much created the position for myself. Give me an excuse to talk to a lot of the guys that I idolized or respected growing up. So yeah, it's kind of a trip to scroll through my phone to see some of the names that are in my phone. And like, man, I never, like having my mom draw their album cover on a shirt for me because I love them so much, and now I'm like calling them on a regular basis to talk to them and shoot the shit with them.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
That's cool. Okay.
So it's actually a fairly straightforward process. The machine runs off of a vector graphics program.
Is there anything else coming up from Lace in the next couple months that fans of the products can look forward to?
Well, this year we released, due to a lot of demand, our Alumitone pickup line. A lot of people that prefer like a very classic look to their guitar didn't like the retro future look of the Alumitone, so we now make them with a classic cover. That's should be big for us. The signature pickup that we're working on with the artists, that's big. And then we're getting into a lot more builders. Legator Guitars is now using a lot of our extended range pickups, which is really big. We're talking with ESP, so that's big. I mean, we did the Gibson thing with Bill's pickups. Epiphone is doing a signature for Brent Hines, so his pickups will go with that. So there's big stuff. I mean, the more builders, the more recognition for us. That's pretty much what you need. The more people talking about us, the better, obviously.
Right, for sure. Awesome. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Totally painless, huh?
Yeah, sort of. Then I gotta go back. Should I